Yo, 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 it's your boy Bobby Frost, and Bobby Frost Media presents Triparency. I'm with my dog Shake.
What up, dog? What up, dog? What up, dog?
And we two-manning it. It's been a while. We've been on a hiatus, and we got to get stuff situated. You know what I'm saying? All that. And people been asking me, I appreciate that too. A lot of people have been asking me, man, for the past year going past, like, when you coming out with an episode? When you coming out with an episode? And the biggest thing I can say that, what I tell everybody else, I'm telling the viewers that's here and now, is getting a team, building a team. The infrastructure for a team is tough. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. So right now, me and my dog Shake, we two-manning it, but we definitely gonna have a third person for y'all sooner than later. You feel me? But how y'all been doing, man? Life been lifing for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been missing y'all, man, because it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic, man. Getting out here, you know what I'm saying, talking about stuff with society and the culture, it's therapeutic, man. And I got my dog Shake with me. This is my sandbox, you feel me?
What up, dog?
Sandbox, man. So what you been on, Shake, man?
Shit, man, chilling, man. Trying to stay out the way. Living in Flint, Michigan is a obstacle.
Yeah.
You feel me? An extreme one. And you have to be extremely, equipped to deal with this type of environment. Everybody ain't gonna make it.
That's the real, man. Speaking of that, man, kicking it off, I wanted to kick off the beginning of June. Then I wanted to do Juneteenth. Then it was July. And I'm like, man, instead of trying to get everything lined up perfectly, hey, man, I'm just shooting off, man. We'll get that all done when we get it done. But, man, speaking of that, man, I'm going to get straight into it, you know what I'm saying? First episode, back to topic. 8-10 day, man. Like, that's crazy how that went down. For those who's outside of Flint, Michigan, understand 8-10 day is the Flint day. That's our area code 810. So 8-10 day. It's been going on for a while. And it's just to celebrate Flint, everything with Flint. From the cultures to the icons, the legends, the legacy. And for the most part, 8-10 day be great. But we had a tragedy that just passed with this one I just passed. And, you see a lot of stuff on social media. And I tried not to talk on social media as much, and if I got something to say, I'm going to come say it on a podcast. But, this one really made me say, like, yeah, just forget lining stuff up, just go when it's get to talking about it. And it was sad what happened, you know what I'm saying? A little girl, she got, I ain't gonna say her name just to be saying it because I'll have to ask her family for that. That's how I am with it anyways. She got shot and killed. And it's crazy how that whole thing went down, but I'm more with the context, the whole context of what went down with that. It's crazy that to have a event like that and not have, in my opinion, because I was down there earlier that day. I went down, I think 8-10 started at like 10 o'clock. And then, it was going to go all day. You had the, I guess the cap of it was the concert at the Capitol Theater with the Dayton family, 8-Ball, MJG. I want to say Gundry Hood, Zeke was on the bill. I think Kenny might have been on the bill. They had a lot of artists, Flint artists. You know what I'm saying? I think Dayton family and Top Authority was there. I want to say Dayton family and 8-Ball, MJG co-headlined it. So that was the cap for it. And it's just strange to me, this is my opinion. The police presence that I seen downtown for the Drop Fest was a day before, but that's a different
ethnicity.
Yeah, of people, you feel me? And I come out and say, it was more Caucasians, more white down there, and went a lot of black. And I'm from both sides of the coin, you feel me, Shake? Like both sides of the coin. And I'm going to let you expand on it real quick. Like, the Drop Fest, the energy for the Drop Fest is going to be different than the energy that was on 8-10. And what I mean by that, and I don't want to sound like no old head because I love hip-hop. You ain't going to find too many people walking God's green earth that's more into music than I am. Seriously. Like, that's a hill I die on. But I understand the different energy that different music can bring. You get what I'm saying? I don't know too many people getting buck wild and crazy off, let's say, Louis Armstrong, Satchmo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not something you're going to put on to go get, that type of energy on. I don't see too many people listening to Whitney Houston and going to do something wild. You get what I'm saying? Not saying people don't, because I'm cracking a joke, but it's true. Back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, before hip-hop hit, when they was going to their little gang things and, you know what I'm saying, because they wasn't using a lot of guns then, knives and stuff like that, 70, 60. Think about what music they had to be listening to get ready for that. Wasn't no rap. You feel me? So you listen to some blues or, you know, pop, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Or some Motown. So imagine that, though, Shake, back in the day, man. You in here listening to the Temptation getting ready to get into it with another rival crew or gang. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think that's the reason why it wasn't violent as now, too, though. You know, because I said music has a lot to do with it. I watched that movie Sinners, you feel me? I know how many of y'all watch Sinners, but now it's not spoiling anything. But you see how they was talking about how music affects you, how music can talk to your ancestors and things like that. And I go as far as like I kind of believe that too, because music changed your like I done been in bad moods, and music changed my mood. You feel me? I didn't want to be in a worser mood or more violent mood. I put that certain type of music on. You get what I'm saying? So I think both played a part of it. You know, I think not having enough police presence down there played a part, and I definitely think like the music was playing, because I remember I was just down there on Juneteenth. The music that I was hearing on June, and then nothing pop off on Juneteenth. I was down there the whole day. My kids was down there and everything. Juneteenth, the music that was getting played for Juneteenth was completely different than the music that was getting played for 810 Day. And you know, and I ain't see a heavy police presence on Juneteenth either. They was down there, but it wasn't heavy. And I say that to say this. I'm about to pass the Shake. Black to the Bricks, I think, starts today, don't it?
Yep.
And you
started yesterday.
Oh, yesterday? And I bet when you check the police presence, it's going to be heavy police presence. But on the other flip side of it, you're not going to hear that type of music getting played either. It's a different type of energy. But I'm going to pass it to you, bro.
Music play a role in it, but ethnicity plays the main role in it. Like, period. I'm fortunate enough to be able to travel, you know, and do things like that. I know everybody isn't. You know, hope no one feels any way about that. It is what it is. I would strongly recommend that people, you know, hey man, y'all spend money on going to the club every weekend around here. Take that same money and do something, you know, productive with it. You know, shit, go to a national park, go up north somewhere. But I know we don't do that type of stuff. We like to go to Detroit and those type of things. So the environment that you allow yourself to be in, sad to say it, is the problem. Like when it comes to back to the bricks, black people don't understand it. One thing that black people need to understand is this: you are not valued. Yeah, you're not valued. Like, people like, huh? What? No, you're not valued. Like, I go to places, I see how they protect other ethnicities when it comes to events and gatherings and things like that. They protect them to the max because those people pay taxes and those people have jobs and those people have families and they live in certain area codes that's deemed more valuable than yours. And it's just that simple. So when it comes to being in Flint and doing events in Flint, you don't think the government entities know what ethnicities and area codes are going to be in these areas? So, for example, just like you just said, what is it called?
Juneteenth?
No, not Juneteenth. The one before
Drop Fest?
Drop Fest.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand that these government entities and your people, bro, when it comes to events, they know beforehand who was coming.
Right.
The type of people, where they're coming from. So if you're coming to Flint and you're from an outside community, guess what? You think the Flint City Councilman go allow something to happen to any of those people that's coming into Flint to you know, spend their money in Flint?
Nah.
No, they're not. They're gonna keep those people as safe as possible. But when it's an event for you and you're from the city, it's nowhere near the same energy towards you. Because whether you want to believe it or not, every time in this event for you in your city, they're taking this opportunity as a killing field.
That's deep.
Killing field. It is what it is. Like right now, when you go down back to the bricks, whatever, right? You're gonna see metal barricades everywhere.
That right. Let me interject right there. What you just said, because I was talking to one of my partners about that too, and I couldn't understand that till like, where is the barricades and stuff like that? Like, it's wide open, like it was
Exactly.
thrown together, not planned.
You knew 810 day was been coming. Like the other shit was coming. Juneteenth was coming. 4th of July was coming. Did you see the 4th of July presents?
I ain't get down there, so I can't even
So
say.
the 4th of July presents, they had the whole shit downtown all the way to catering on L's, bro.
Mm.
I'm talking about police every inch of that bitch. Do something.
Yeah.
I'm talking about every inch, bro. I'm talking about all the way to catering, bro. It was literally police controlling traffic at Corona and Court at the split. You understand what I'm saying? Controlling traffic, bro. They started there and it went all the way, bro, to the other end of downtown, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dort Highway type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mott. You feel me? The whole, everything was what it was. The thing is this, the 4th of July, they got everybody coming. So now when everybody come, they got to protect not everybody, but they need to have a presence there for the motherfuckers who be on bullshit not to be on bullshit.
Right.
Period. Because we got too many valuable people in the audience. Can't allow none of these ignorant ass niggas to do nothing to them. But we go make it where you ignorant ass niggas can do something to yourself, and that's just be it. Like, for example, we talking about Juneteenth, but just a week prior to this, like 18 people were shot.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
you understand what I'm saying?
That right there, bro, is what was crazy to me. And this is what I'm thinking about right now. And this is what I'm saying, like, you've been knowing me since Sandbox. I always try to look at the whole forest, not just a couple trees. When I'm seeing this leading up to it, I'm like, wait a minute. That mean it got to be some tension in the streets, in the city. If 17, 18 people get shot in one night, and that was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, got to still be tension in the...
And there was no police presence.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy not to have that there.
So just growing up in the streets and shit like that, clubbing, I always used to say this. I say, man, going to the palm tree, Clio Road days. They be like, damn, it be shit going down, but the police ain't never there. Like, why the police? You understand what I'm saying? Then you go to other places, sit, get out. Say you go to Detroit. You feel me? Certain areas you go to, the police outside the club.
Yeah, chilling. Park, chilling.
You go out of town. Like, bro, I've been out of town and went clubbing and shit. You go out of town, bro. The police outside the club. Because guess what? The police don't want shit to happen.
Right.
So their presence is going to be there. But when you in a city that's being gentrified, I don't know if anyone's aware of that, it's going to be instances where you be like, damn, how did this happen? Why did that happen? Because they want it to happen. They know it's going to happen. Okay, a certain club owner, downtown or whatever, whoever the powers that be don't like them. They don't like them. They're not going to put the necessary things in place to protect their business.
Yeah, let them flourish.
So what they're going to do is allow the riffraff bullshit to affect their business, meaning violence, death, and all that shit. But then that's going to be their reason. Like, yeah, man.
Justify to close the doors.
The doors. Man, we got to close this shit, bro. You ain't.
Systematic.
Systematic. And that's just how it go. When it comes to us, like 810 days and shit like this, y'all think y'all go be having another one? Because guess what? If y'all not paying attention, we have plenty of things that come downtown.
Bro, when I tell people that, because like I said, the last about 3 years to 4 years, I go out downtown. It's like 12, 13 bars down there. So I go to these bars. Ain't no security. They don't need the security. It's cool. Police just move through here. It's cool. And that's why I go back to what I said with like the energy that's there too. It'd be a different type of energy. Yeah. Like I'm going to use Soggy Bottoms for instance. This was about, I want to say this is right around St. Patrick's Day, right? Now I've been going to Soggy Bottoms for years. You feel me? I'm in there chilling. And I look up and I see I'm chilling and I bump into a lady I know, another lady I know, a couple people I knew, you know what I'm saying? I look up and I see young cats coming there. They got the skis on. They ain't got them over their face, but you can see it around their neck. You know, I can, you know, the eye for it. You know, I'm looking like, the fuck? And I always crack the joke. I done cracked it on other podcast episodes where I say, when I see them tight ass jeans, them Marys and all that shit on, and I see that, yeah, it's time for me to get the fuck up out of here. And I seen them come in there. First, it was about 6 young females walked in there. And I'm no knock to no females, but I'm watching what they walk. I ain't seen a heel on nail one of their feet. It's all flip-flops.
Oh.
You know, the flip-flops are little bear ones or fur ones they call them.
That's a sign of poverty, people.
You feel me?
You don't know.
No bullshit. So when I looked up and looked, you feel me? It's now no funny shit. About 10 minutes later, you see the YNs come in. Get out of here. Before I get out of here, I could tell they left. Why? That's why I go back to music. The vibe wasn't there. They're like, I can't, you feel me? This ain't the vibe for me. They get up out of there.
Exactly.
You feel me? And that's why I go back to what I said with the music. I could tell the vibes. Like, if and when I say this, I hope don't nobody get offended, because I'm not saying it in that type of a way. I'm just stating the facts. I got like a 12-bar rotation, right? I go to Hamlin Pub on Irish. They just made that joint probably like a year ago. Nice. I think it's like a chain joint.
Mm-hmm. They got one there. They got like 5-6 locations.
You feel me?
In Michigan.
Nice as fuck. But again, the vibe is gonna be different. I go to Puzzlers. I go to Kickers. I go to Sharkies. I go to them all on that's Center Road in Bristol for Puzzlers and Sharkies. Kickers right when you get Instagram blank. You know, I go there. You catch me at Scooters. It's a spot out in Clio. And I'm giving y'all games too, because these are all my spots. I don't be trying to duck off. I just like going variety. What's the spot? I want to say it's called Row House, but it's in Clio. I go there. I go to Row House. Shout out to my cousin Tez and Dean. Row House, you know, in Pasadena. They don't have no big security presence. One guy be at the door. Ain't no issue, but listen to the music getting played. You feel me? I ain't never heard a problem at Row House. You feel what I'm saying? I go there. Spuds on Wednesday. Shouts out to Spuds. Naraya, that's my girl. You know, I go to Spuds. They really know how to scare. I've seen a couple of females fight, but on Wednesdays and any days, it's a different vibe of music. You feel me? You in there listening to, you might hear some Maxwell, some Tamia, especially, shout out to Nate too, DJ Nate, man. I think if I had to pick, he's my favorite DJ. I ain't gonna say the best. Let me not say that. He's my favorite DJ because he play variety. I'm hearing that. You might hear some Mariah Carey in that joint, some Luther. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What's dog name? October London. You hear a different variety of music, you feel me? He even take music to the West Coast. I done heard some Corruption, Dog Pound in there. Different stuff, you feel me? I heard you play LL in there before. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different variety. Now, I know this much. When you bring a YN in there, they're not going to be feeling that type of music.
No, sir, buddy.
So they don't have an issue. Ain't no security. I go there. I'm just naming some of the spots, you know, I frequent in. You know what I'm saying? I even give a shout out to Ray. I watched how he's changed the vibe for Prime. Changed it. 20, I think 25 and up, the music getting played different. So I'm saying that to say this. Then you have a couple spots. I'm not even going to say the name of those spots. That's around and where the YNs associate with, but you're going to hear a lot of, no disrespect to these artists, it's just the music, the vibe, the energy. You hear some Sexy Red, hear some Cash Dolls, you hear, you know what I'm saying, the local Detroit rappers, the Flint rappers, and what they rapping about, what they talking about, the Cardi B's, and I'm talking about the old Cardi B, not the new one. That type of music, what they rapping about, that energy, a YN feeling that. I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting this switch on your ass. You feel me? I'm dropping the windows out your shit. A female talk, I'm fucking on some scamming ass nigga.
Man.
That vibe. So you got to think, if I go in that spot, ain't gonna be no slow dancing. Ain't gonna be no Tamia Shuffles really going on like that. Niggas, motherfuckers in this bitch high as hell off whatever drug or choice they on, liquor, motherfuckers frowned up, waiting on to catch it one day. This might not even be an op. Let me say this not even op, just a motherfucker that they feel like they ain't they mans enough. Same thing with the females. You might see a chick get bottled or a nigga get bottled. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. And that's the vibe go with it. That's one, I think that's one part of the equation. You feel me? One part of the equation. And then the other side of it, I'm going to tap into this and I'm going to pass it back to you, Shake. I keep telling people this, accountability.
No accountability at all.
you as a not just a parent, as a family member, a friend of the family, part of the community. You know the old saying, it takes a village to raise a kid. My grandmama, you know my grandmama and granddaddy, they helped raise you.
Exactly.
If I would have walked out the house, if you would have walked in the house with a hoodie on and it was 90 degrees when we was growing up.
They be like, well, what the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, what's going on? You look.
You all right?
Yeah, something wrong.
It's hot as hell
outside. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's hot as shit. It's 92 degrees. It's 88 degrees. Anything over like 70, dog, a hoodie shouldn't be necessary.
These new cats gotta be in like the best shape in life because they don't even be sweating. They had that motherfucking on, bro.
And
they don't even be sweating. They be like, what up, bro?
And you know why they don't sweat? I told people this, so I say, I understand. You know, everything, I do a lot of comparison. I said, if you go to places like Saudi Arabia, certain spots in the Middle Eastern, with high climate, what do they wear? A lot of clothes. It's a reason behind that, the scientific fact. It do keep them cool.
Mm-hmm.
Colors and the clothes you put on, how you do it. You know, now if you're not used to doing that shit, if I go throw on a hoodie, I'm sweating like a motherfucking Hebrew slave.
You're right. They from a whole nother geno code. You feel me? These niggas grew up when they was kids wearing hoodies and shit.
Yeah, they used to it, so they body and adjusted to it. But I always say that's crazy. Like, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, man, like, pat your kid down. I ain't being funny when I say that shit. You see this little nigga come out this bitch with the hoodie on, man, pat him down. This
is the issue, man. It's one of the biggest issue, bro, is parenting, bro. And, you know, sad to say it, it is what it is, bro. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. But it's certain shit. The parents who on their kids, it's just certain shit we not allowing. You feel me? It's just what it is. Like, I was down there with my kids. You understand what I'm saying? When I was down at 810, 810 day with my children, you know, I was supposed to just slide down there by myself. But, you know, ending up, you know, old lady, like, you should take them. I'm like, all right, really fucked up my whole groove, but it is what it is. So I didn't want to take them because I didn't even want them to even see that environment or even, you understand what I'm saying? But they got friends down there and all that. So I'm like, all right. So I ended up taking them. You feel me? You know, me, myself, I'm paying attention to my children. I don't know about anybody else. But one of the things I'm paying attention to is that they're not paying attention to shit.
Average adolescent.
You understand what I'm saying? They just happy to be outside. They not paying attention to nothing. And one of the things I noticed, I only noticed a handful of parents with their children. The rest of them was down there by themselves without their parents.
Yeah.
More than likely, not to knock any parents, shit, the parent probably in Capitol, in the concert, and they kids outside.
Yeah.
And which is, they probably like, that's cool. No, the fuck is not.
I'm with the parents. I'm with the parents all the time. I'm always with that. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I'm gonna say, like you just said, bro, like when you look at our tailgate, right?
Exactly.
I ain't never seen a problem at Norfolk's tailgate. As long as it's been going on, never. Knock on wood, no problem at the tailgate. But I will always say this about tailgate. You see people, grandmothers there, grandfathers there, great uncles, great aunties, mamas, daddies, big cousins, so it's a family affair. So cats have more respect not to do nothing. And that's why I say, even with that, like, that shows what I'm talking about. And it don't be a bunch of police. I will say there don't be a lot of police at the, you know what I'm saying, tailgate. They be there.
Because you don't need them.
That's the point I'm making. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to certain environments, bro.
That, you know, that's, I'm with you.
You don't need the police, bro. But when it comes to certain environments, you need the police.
That's my point.
And the police know those environments where they need it. But I don't know who makes the calls on where the police should be and where the police shouldn't be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whoever these officials are that make these calls. But at the same time, let's not even talk about the police anymore. Because we passed the police.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm from this city. I know what the problem is. As a police officer, I'm like, fuck these niggas, bro. Tired of these niggas.
Right.
Man, let's clean these niggas out of here. So when it comes to things like you have done things, we have done things to allow the system to discard us and not give a fuck about us.
Man,
You
yo,
understand what I'm saying?
man, you said a mouthful with that one.
But at the same time, the problem is education, bro. Our issue right here now in Flint, Michigan is education, bro. We don't have any. You know, I'm just finna give y'all some little information right here, just the people from our community. Like, I know you see it, but you probably have forgotten. Historical school closures in Flint community schools. Several schools in Flint has been permanently closed over the past decade. Flint Central High School closed 2010 due to declining enrollment and high maintenance costs. Flint Northern school closed, ceased operation in 2013, briefly reopened as Northern Academy, then closed again in 2014. Flint Northwestern High School closed before the 2018-19 school season. The facility has pre-opened as Flint Junior High School in July 2018. You feel me? Just think about those three major schools right there. So right there, that's your problem. Your kids have no high school to go to. All of them gone. You understand what I'm saying? Look, this just fucked me up. Ongoing and upcoming closures. I'm not even thinking that it's more closures. How much fucking more can you close?
They got, and
goddamn.
The reason why they got to do it now, and we're gonna get down on another episode because that's a good topic. That when you look up 20 years ago, how many more Flint residents you had compared to now, you had to like streamline it because it would look crazy to have. To them it would. To me it wouldn't. But to them it would look crazy to have a school where now instead of having 25 kids in the classroom, you only got 10. But that would help better having 10 than 25. But that's why I said that's a topic for another day because that's on purpose too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with you with the education. And I've been saying this for the longest. Like, I work for the county detention center, right?
Exactly.
I say this all the time. Because we had a lady that came in that put the new program in. And she used to always ask me, like, hey, what do you think we can do to help these kids out? And I'm like, the biggest thing is not really in here. It's only so much I can do here. You know, I only got the kid for these many months, many weeks, days, hours, whatever. I said, you got to connect back to where you send them. Because once they get out of, GVRC, now it's Genesee County Juvenile Justice Center. Once they get out of there, then you go to whatever placement. If you go to a placement, whatever placement you go to, once you complete the placement, you go back where? Home. Unless you go to independent living. And even with independent living, once you finish that out, where you going to most likely go back? Home. So we got to connect back to home. And this one thing I suggested. I said, hey, we should, I don't know where you can get the funding from. That's above my pay grade, but pass this along to the people that can. You should have where you start having more parenting classes. This is a perfect spot. This is a $20 million building. Have parenting classes there. With these, because people don't understand, that's one of the hardest things to learn how to do for a lot of people is parent. It's not an easy thing to do because every kid different, every parent different, from your skin color to your belief to your whatever, it's different. So you have to figure that out. And a lot of parents, what we were just talking about, That's
the problem too.
I use my baby mama for this. We talked about it the next day after 8-10 day, right? Like I said, I went in there about 2:00, left out at 5. I was at Spuds. I went and pulled up at my homeboy Q crib, chilling. My baby mama hit me up. We was, you know what I'm saying? She was like, are you going down to 8-10? I'm like, no, because she wanted me to take my daughter. I said, I left. So I ain't, I sit down there. She told me, just like this, she let her, I want to say, I think it was her sister-in-law take the kids down there, my daughter and her other daughter. And she was saying how some broke off then in the daytime. Some people saying it was firecracker, but supposed to have been shots. That was in the daytime.
I had seen some fights earlier. Like after that shit happened, the next day I'm looking, I'm like, damn, what was fighting earlier that day too?
So, and that's why she asked me, was I go down with Scott? Because I would have went down with Scott. And I say that to say this. What you just saying, expanding on your point. If I know my kid wanted to go down to A10 day, and I'm going with you, and we're going to go early. This shit start at 10, we might get down there at 11, 12. We can hang to 2 or 3. I even told her, I said, I would tell Sky the same thing. Hey, well, your friends ain't here. We'll tell them you're going to be downtown around 12 o'clock. See if they really your homeboy girls, they'll come down there and kick it with you then. Because we ain't going to get out here at 5 or 6 o'clock. You feel what I'm saying? Nope, we're not doing that. We want to get away from the riffraff. And that's the thing again. Where's the parents at? But I always say this with the parent, this is the difference. I seen you put today, I seen on Joe post, you was talking about the parenting, how they, you know what I'm saying? And I say this all the time again. The biggest thing I see different with parents now than when I was younger is the age. The age gap between the parent and the kid. If I'm only 15 years older than my kid, we're in the same generation. People don't even realize that.
Exactly.
We're in the same generation. I'm really like a brother or a sister to you. You feel me? But I was fortunate enough to get raised by my grandparents. My granddaddy was 50 years and 4 days older than me to the day when I came out. We're not in the same generation.
Exactly.
He a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm not a baby boomer. We're in 2 different generations. You feel me? So with that being said, the way he sees life, the stuff he's going to instill in me or try to instill in me is going to be completely different if he was only 15 years younger than me. Like my youngest uncle, you know what I'm saying? I want to say my youngest uncle got me by 20 years. We're close in age. That's not that far off. We listen to the same music. We're going to dress alike. I didn't dress like my granddad. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And when you have your kids that far off, when you got your kid, when you 25 years, gap between your kids, you're going to see in another generation. I'm not going to be dressing like you. We're not going to be listening to the same music. We might watch some movies together, but most of our stuff we like is going to be completely different. When you got parents that's rocking the same clothes, the same lingo, the same music.
Ladies. The ladies, the fathers, we ain't even there, so thank God. Shout out to the ones that is there. But anyways, yeah. The women with daughters. Like when I tell you, bro, I just spoke on this about a couple weeks ago. Like I'm at Myers, grabbing some diapers for my baby. You feel me? See a nice young lady or whatever. Beautiful. And then I look, I see, I'm like, what the I'm like, is that her daughter? Or a homegirl. I'm really having a hard time distinguishing. But me, I'm like, that's her daughter. And I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why your daughter look like you? You can't even distinguish. Like, literally, I had to hold on. Because that's man, we do, I'm checking them out. You feel me? I'm like, that's her daughter.
Yeah, you can't differentiate between the two.
You literally, like, her daughter looked like a homegirl, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? Like, basically, she's promoting her daughter, bro.
Yeah. I said, bro, again, that's why I go back to what I said. Me working with youth, I'm 37. I've been working with youth since I was 20. That's what I seen a difference. Like, I always say this. Now, when I go to school, I feel like a parent. See, I had a couple of my kids young. When I was going to school, I'm in teacher-parent conferences, war assemblies, things like that. I didn't feel like I looked like a parent. When my grandma and granddaddy came up, they looked like parents. Yes, I had a sprinkling with a couple of kids that parents didn't look like parents, but you'll never catch my grandmama coming up to the school without a bra. You get what I'm saying? I done had this conversation with females before, and it's the dumbest thing I can hear. You gonna sit up and tell me that you had to come up, you couldn't take an extra 2 or 3 minutes out, even if it's 15, to go home, put on a bra. Put on a bra. You know what I'm saying? People who smoke weed, I'm not a weed smoker. I don't knock it. All I'm saying is this right here. It's a different vibe you're getting off when you walk past all these kids and you smell like weed. You telling the kids you smoke. You ain't have time to, throw something on. It's the mindset. So people don't understand the little things that changes the mindset, which when your mindset changes, you're changing the culture now. That's where it starts with the little things. Like that, yeah, don't come in here with no scarf on your head. You ain't got enough pride in yourself and your family, your kid to come in, go ahead and whoop. I understand. Hey, it takes a lot. You know, you working hard to get up in here, and the ladies, I'm not knocking this at the ladies because I get to the brothers in a minute. I'm saying ladies because what Shay just said. More times than not, in our community, the mama is gonna be in the household, dad not. So that's why I'm starting there first. Yeah, like you gotta, don't come in here with that on. You got these leggings and yogas on, and you see you got a body or whatever. If you ain't got a body, little man's and not his friends or anybody he have, and they looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Put a t-shirt over your body. You know what I'm saying? Again, but I understand it too because here we go. Like I said, if you had the kid at 15, 16, so imagine when the kid turned 10, 4th grader, 5th grader, you're only 26. You're only 25. You're still young.
Exactly.
Get what I'm saying? So now think about where I'm coming with this. That's why I'm breaking it down like that. So it's 10. 10, you starting to get ready. You in your tweeners. 10, 11, 12. You about to become a teenager. You watching your moms come in here like this, y'all kind of cool. Let's go fast forward. 3 years later, 4 years later, your mama only now 28, 27, 29. You're 14, 15. You becoming feeling like you're what? You becoming into your manhood.
Mm-hmm.
Mama can't tell me too much like that because you've been a friend the whole time. You're not an authority figure. Not saying all kids disrespect their mom, but a lot of them do. I don't have that respect there because you like a sibling. So now you got to think, what you just said, mom not wearing where little John, little Poo, whatever, little Tay at. Because she outdoing her. She's still trying to figure her life out. She's still trying to get, out her system, find a man. She, like you said, she might be in the capital.
Trying to get knocked down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She might be in the capital while little John out there with this 30-rounder on him, looking for something, hoping something jump.
She the reason he got it.
I'm going to go with this one. You know how many moms I know or see come up to the center? And they talking about how little John, little Tay, little who, they got their house shot up. I would have broke my foot off in your ass to the point where I would have had a CPS case. You got my damn house shot up.
That's why one of the reasons when it comes to me and where I stay, like, since I moved out of granny crib, 2015, 16, the things that was going on there, bro, I had to make some real decisions on the safety of my family.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I'm like, hold on. Like, this shit is not sustainable. This shit is not safe. This shit is like one day you as a parent, as a person, you have to wake up and be like, you know what, man? This shit ain't it what it is. Like, I can't have my kids growing up around this shit.
No.
They already had a small percentage of their life growing up around this shit. You understand?
For sure.
So I had to wake up one day and like, man, you know what, man? I cannot allow my children to continue to be around these negative environments, period. And I made a move, bro. End up, moving out of Flint, bro.
And that was the correct thing to do.
And I just stayed the next town over. That's it.
And that's all it
is. That's all it, bro. Look,
that's all
I
it takes.
tell you, that's all it took for me to move the town over, bro. And when I say, look, one of the things is this, when it comes to my son, especially my son and my daughter as well, but we were staying in the hood. And when, his first grade, he went to New Standard. 2nd grade, he was basically online to go to New Standard again. Went to went to the orientation, the 2nd orientation, right? Hey, anybody, I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. It is what it is. When I went in, bro, and I synced just the quality of people, bro, I said, fuck this, bro. My son cannot go to this school no more, dog. Like you said, the bonnets coming up to the school looking any type of way. It's 3:00 p.m. orientation for school. How the fuck you not ready? You understand what I'm saying? You had all day to get ready, bro.
Yeah.
Period, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I made a decision, man, to move and pit my kids around different ethnicities, bro. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I made a decision to pit my kid around white people, bro. And the result I have some negatives that I don't like, but at the same time, I have some positives that I love. You understand what I'm
The
saying?
pros outweigh the
You
cons.
feel me?
Yeah.
So one of the things is this that I love. Is this. Okay, if my son would have continued to go to New Standard, right now, he will be going through all type of trauma that I went through as a kid. Basically having to deal with a kid that he went to school with and played with in class, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, 6th grade. Now that we in the middle school, high school, this nigga just got murdered.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, like 15 niggas that I know went to school with just got murdered.
People don't, and that's why what you saying, bro, this is why that's why I work so well with the kids in the center. I tell people, I say, y'all don't understand what that does consciously and subconsciously to your mind when somebody you've been knowing majority of your life get killed. It makes you go into that mode. You in war mode. I keep telling people, talk to a soldier, especially when I've been in infantry. Go talk to them. They be one to talk to. Go talk to some of them old vets and tell them how their mind changed when it became wartime.
Nicholas, what's his name? Nicholas Ivan? You ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
The Reaper?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Now you know what I'm talking about, the Reaper. Because, like, dog, like, him, bro, he breaks it down. Like, he really lets you know. You feel? I got his book. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading it now. You feel me? Just to get basically to get the story on, like, damn, what was going on in Iraq and the GWAT. I'm interested in that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the army, but shit, my homeboys.
We had a bunch of homies,
you know
that did.
So I'm like, damn, my niggas went to the army, like, and all of them that went to GWAT. You feel me? Global War on Terror, if no one know the acronym of it, you feel me? Bro, they come back, bro, and they like, damn, like, we got fucked, bro. You feel me? The shit they told us we was fighting for, bro, was not the shit we was fighting for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, there's several motherfuckers saying we over there protecting opiate fields. Like, what the fuck you protecting opiate fields for? Because your government is into selling drugs, but they can't tell you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I mean. Like, so you got to think how they got bread for wartime. So when wartime come in, your mindset is completely different. And our young kids, our young black males all over America is in wartime. That makes you feel like that. If I just seen somebody I've been knowing since I've been in grade school and now I'm in middle school or high school and they get killed, you best believe that now I'm thinking this could happen to me. Not even just thinking, you might get to the point where now you feeling like this. A lot of this happened. Even if you wasn't in the streets, that was my man. I want to go do something that somebody did to him. You just took a loved one from me. People don't understand the trauma and the psychological part about that. So now you have all these type of wartime, you in a war field. You got all these type of war-minded kids running through the city. And now I'm going to go back to the other side, the dads. I see that too. I see so many dads come in the center. When they do come in there, it's a lot of them coming there. You can tell the kid don't got that dad respect. But here you go. You're only 16 years older than me. You're only 15 years older than me. Where that, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You dressing like me. You talking like me. We in the same things. Subconsciously, that's why I said I almost wanted to rename the podcast Fuck the Exception. Because people love bringing that devil advocate exception shit up. I'm talking about the average kid. Subconsciously, I can't have the same type of respect level for you because we're into the same thing. That's what made your parent a parent.
Exactly.
We're in two different, that's what stay in the child's place. How can I tell you stay in the child's place when we rocking the same shit, we're listening to the same music? Even our females look the same. Think about it. I'm not being funny when I say that shit.
Man, in the 90s, bro, that's why they say, man, 90s fine, bro. Because, like, in the 90s, bro, everybody was fine, but everybody looked different. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you knew the age difference.
Now, it's like, now everybody look like a fucking mannequin, bro.
Yeah, you knew the age difference.
Basically, like, every chick you see got the same swoop, got the same eyelashes, got the same eyebrows.
The same everything,
got
man.
Got the same lips. I don't know how the fuck they doing that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like
it's the same everything, man. And that's it. That's the point I'm making. Like, when you have different age, them age gaps are different. You're not gonna be like when we was growing up. Girls wasn't dressing the same way as the women was dressing because it was a different in the age gap.
But when look, my mama passed away. I found out, like, damn, how many women she you know, how many women, bro, she touched. You understand what I'm saying? And realizing how much game that she gave them that she didn't give me. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to women, so imagine my mom, right? Okay, our parents, when it comes to things, especially mothers, bro. Okay, you a man, bro. You really the odds against you because the shit a mother is telling her daughter, yo, I ain't saying a dad not doing that, but a dad not doing that. A dad not telling his son like, hey, nigga, you got a dick on you, my nigga. That bitch long. When you put that bitch in the bitch, dig deep in her. She gonna love you forever. I'm not telling my son no shit like that, bro.
Right.
But women are telling their daughters,
Yeah.
hey, that thing between you, hey, you should never be broke.
You know what you're going back into?
You understand what I'm saying? So women are being taught to use their assets in a manipulative way. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what that is again? What I just said, bro. Wartime, that's survival mode. You're not thinking besides that. And that's the age gap because that's what she's doing right now. A lot of these women that had kids young, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to survive. So in her mind, this is the way to make it happen. I'm going to teach you
the tricks to the trade.
Yeah, the same thing. So, that's the same thing. So that's the same thing. So, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. And I hope they can get 8-10 days together because I like having something for the city for us. But they gotta.
I think it's over with.
I think it's gonna be set down for a minute.
This is it. It's too. Look, this is what Buck was just saying, bro. It's too much stuff that goes on downtown already. That's positive.
Yeah, we don't even need
We don't even need this shit. Yeah. We don't need these niggas down. Like, niggas don't be understanding that the powers that be allow you to eliminate yourself.
Yeah, and you gave them food. You gave them fuel.
That you get it's like you go somewhere, they ain't go like, okay, we talk about the police. We know the police not gonna be there for us, bro.
Yeah, so we got
police is only there. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this: the police is only there to protect their interests, and their interests is the citizens that have jobs that pay taxes, bro. If you don't have a job or if you don't pay taxes, bro, you are a liability to the system. They will do away with you. So, for example, 810 day, the day before that, everybody that came to that event, guess what they did? Or guess what they do? They pay taxes.
Yeah. Drop Fest was a whole different vibe.
810 day, everybody that's down there, they don't pay taxes. You're not contributing.
That's how they
You're
looking
not
at
contributing to the. You're not contributing to the pot.
And that's where I'm getting at to it. And that's how they looking at it. And we know it was a lot of people down there who do, but they getting overshadowed by the ones that don't. And I'm with you. I hope they could figure a way to bring it back and don't let the legacy of that be a little girl getting killed. But I'm with you. I don't think they do. But I'm gonna say this and close it out. What you just said, bro. If we know that the actual law enforcement is not going to police it, guess what we need to do? Police it ourselves. And that means the same way I use the comparison again with Northwest Tailgate. It's to be a lot of more people, family down there, so you know such and such ain't going to be doing that. I'm making sure you're not doing that. And if you're going to be on that, keep your ass away.
This is Northwestern. This is our home. Like, we can have that type of control over it. You feel me? We can stand up like, nigga, you ain't from here. You go to Central. The fuck you on? You want some bullshit? Man, you don't get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But when you downtown, an open environment for everyone, you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
We can police it, but it's way more harder to police.
That's why I said it gotta be the city. It can't be just everybody gotta come together on that one. Everybody gotta have pride in. If you're gonna make 8-10 day a big thing, everybody gotta have pride to where now it's like how we look at people who don't get out the house at all will come for Northwestern Tailgate. That's a Wildcat. We got to have that same type of pride for 8-10 day as a community, as a city, because that's the only way you're gonna smother that out. If you don't, it's gonna be what you said. We giving them more fuel to shut more shit down and don't care about us. And that's why I said we gotta.
And this one thing I'm gonna say this: all you niggas that don't pay taxes or don't got jobs, that went through the Flint water crisis, y'all the reason this city got that money, baby. And now this city is going to do away with you. They got you. They use you to get the bank. You a hoe. You a good little bitch that I fuck with. I don't really fuck with you though. Now that I'm done with you, I'm done with. They already got the cheese, bro. They got the money to rebuild the city from trying to eliminate you.
Yeah.
Now the plan is this. The plan is still to eliminate you.
Yeah, you got. I talked about that before, bro.
All of the stuff that's coming into Flint, like our park, like BB did, all the things BB did, bro. Berkston, Martin, the whatever money that they was really pitting into. BB and Eric Mays, the people who was go make sure that money went to where it was gonna go to are dead. And it's not by a coincidence, buddy. If you think it's a coincidence, you just think these people just madly no, you a fucking fool. You understand what I'm saying? It's too much money these people was in front of and had control over where it went to.
No, I said that a long time ago, bro. When you go deal up all them pipes, that's the whole infrastructure of the city. You building basically a new city almost.
Exactly.
And
so
they're going to get niggas out the way.
So
I've been said
now,
that.
You feel me? Like my brother just said, he go up, he like, damn, where all these white folks?
And the
white folks in the hood hooping, bro, on the court that we grew up on, man.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't see that? What's going on?
I'm going to say this. This is sum it all up. What goes around comes around.
Right.
We wasn't always over there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came over there. They wasn't always not there. They was there, then they left. It's coming back. It's all with that. But, man, we're going to wrap it up, man. What you been vibing to lately, man? What you been listening to, Brody?
Man, honestly, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I've been, bro, I've been audibling it, man.
Okay.
What I've been doing lately, man, just, really been going through a lot of, stress and trauma over these last couple months myself. You feel me? So just really trying to, have my mind war ready. You feel me? Because this things that we go through on an everyday basis, bro, is war, bro. Like, I understand. I'm not gonna sit here and like knock nobody that's going through things I understand, but at the same time, like, it's war. When you going through what you going through, bro, it's war. Mental war. You feel me? So on an everyday basis, man, you just gotta wake up and try to make the best decisions on an everyday basis, man. Because one wrong decision will have you in some shit you really can't get out of.
That's word.
And that's where we need to start at, man. Just mental capability, mental fortitude. You feel me? Being solid, being strong. But I know it's easier said than done,
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I'm perfect, but I know on a daily basis I wake up and try to make good decisions.
That's all it's about.
My homeboy, he ain't perfect, you understand? But I know I can trust this guy to wake up every day and make the best decision for himself, his family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, seriously, bro, we need to wake up and try to make better decisions. Like, if you don't, like, for example, financing is key. So if you don't got finance, you don't got a job or whatever, get a fucking job, bro. Just go get one, man.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Start somewhere.
Like, start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You feel me? And that's really, that's basically, bro, I've been trying to, keep my mind right, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's still vibing. If you off audiobooks, that's still vibing, bro. That's
music,
real.
though, what I've been listening to on the music tip, same, bro. I'm a Currency. Bro, look, bro, I'm a Currency, Larry June. You know what, bro? I'm an underground. I'm an independent type guy.
No,
you feel me? I listen to independent guys, bro.
Man, that's where I was just going to with it.
Like, I don't really, the powers that be music, I don't really fuck with it. If you a signed artist, you got a deal, I don't really fuck with you.
You pushing the agenda.
Because you pushing the agenda. It ain't nothing, everybody, it is what it is. I just don't fuck with you. Everybody else can fuck with you, but I just don't.
Man, that's crazy that you said that, bro, because that's what I was getting to. The last two albums I've been listening to is Larry June and Cardo Got Wings, Until the Night Comes.
Pusher T them right now, man.
Yeah, I've been checking them out.
When I tell you these cats, bro, and brought back some.
Yeah,
when I was a kid flow, bro. Yeah. Grinding, nigga.
But you gotta think how old it is. Them brothers pushing 50, dog. Now I've been off them. And them, the Currency just dropped 730. I've been off the, When the Night Comes. And to me, the best album I said this year so far is Alfredo 2. Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs went crazy on that joint. And just like, again, and that's why I go back.
Look, man, Freddie, my nigga.
I already know where you're about to go to with the Currency situation. You got it.
No, it ain't even that. Freddie, man, he just, man, I hate what he been through over the years. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? Like Brody, I like Brody music, but like when it come to this shit, man, like we really do pay attention to those things, bro. When it comes to altercations and how they are handled and shit like that.
Yeah, no,
Like that.
That's the only thing I don't like about Fred. I don't like about Fred, but I get where Fred be coming from with the situation. Fred one of them cats that's just not like if he feel you on some BS, he'll confront you about it. Now, how I go after confrontation, I have to go after confrontation, but he gonna confront you about it. You get what I'm saying? But like I told cats, I said, man, if you go look at his discography, man, dog, man, he be dropping none but classic. And I always say this, me and Dre used to say this all the time, and I'm gonna wrap it up. You had, going back to A10 Day, Top Authority Dating Family, Midwest guys who rap have a different type of flow like everywhere else, and people also like, if you listen to him, if you go listen to Twisted back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I can name different artists from different areas in the Midwest. It's a more, we riding the beat, but it's high impact flow. Like you get what I'm saying? And Freddie from Gary, Indiana, same thing.
Exactly.
I'm about to ride this beat, but it's going to be, You can feel what I'm saying to you compared to just some fluff type shit. When you listen to Old Twister, you felt where he's coming from.
Like, bro,
yeah.
Man, this nigga, what's wrong with him?
He rolled that motherfucker.
Man, this nigga crazy.
If you go listen,
drilling and right.
Yeah.
Like, man.
If you listen to Dating Family, same thing.
Rush. Like,
yeah. You listen to Dating Family, same thing. You hear bootleg on that motherfucker going, he riding the fuck out the beat, but you feeling what he's saying. Same way Freddie Gibbs. I tell everybody, man, if you gonna check shit out, go check Alfredo 2 out, and you gonna hear it. Like you just said with the clips. With the clips, it's like, again, they're not conforming to what's going on. We're going with what we go with, what we would. They know it's a fan base out there for it. And that's what I mean by the music. You don't going to hear no clips down there at A10 Day. You weren't going to hear no Larry June down at A10 Day. You weren't going to hear no Currency. It's a different vibe and everything. So that's it, man. And we back at it. We're going to be in here. I got the visuals coming. We in everything. And I appreciate all the listeners. Y'all go out there and tap in, man. We everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can get a podcast at, go check us out. We there on all platforms, and we out.